going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a guide here for Chapter 2-4 of the bonus 6 Time to Strike Anniversary. I've noticed folks been asking for this, and didn't realize it was such an issue, but keep in mind, guys, unfortunately, I wish I do have lower level teams, but the majority of my characters have been actually built up, so we're going to see how this goes. But I do have 2 different kind of team plays that you can utilize here, hopefully, to get this bonus 2-4, so that way you can progress further to Chapter 3. Now, having said that, the good news is that you can use some pretty meta characters for this. So you can see the 3 required is actually going to be Kestrel, Nick Fury, Deathpool. I have Kestrel gear tier 18, Deathpool's at 17, and Nick Fury at 16. Hence why I've put him in the corner. And then as well, we have access to some of the more meta characters like, Robbie Reyes. We have Black Cat, Miss Marvel Hard Light, Spider-Man 2099. Shang-Chi, Big Time Spider-Man. So there's a lot of good options, even the Sinister Six with Doc Ock and Green Goblin Classic. So those are what my 2 teams will be today. Hopefully this helps you guys and see the attack order so that way you can get through this. Let's get right to it. Okay, first team here utilizing both Black Cat and Robbie, just because of the fact that we have many of the Secret Defenders built up. Many folks will likely have these 2 characters invested in if you care about the arena and even just the top 3, top 5 teams in the game. So what I think makes this really hard in this initial node is the amount of enemies that we're up against and the Doctor Dooms, right? So I like to use Nick Fury here to summon clones. That way he's going to be providing some protection for the team. I do like the ability block that Doctor Doom in the very beginning here. That way it gives us an opportunity to kind of assess, and you can feel free to save the Black Cat special, but it's probably gonna one-shot one of these characters to the right. So I decided to do that to Darkhawk. You can definitely save it if you feel like it needs to be used on a character like Ultron or maybe the next wave, just because I was pretty confident that I can get this done with using some abilities beforehand. Next, you're going to see that they're going to spawn a Viv Vision here with a Ultron clone. So if you focus on the Ultron clone, I think it's a good idea because you're going to get some Deathpool passive attacks, right? So that's the one thing to be mindful of. If there are squishier enemies, you do want to be focusing on that in this node. So that way, you're going to be getting additional AoE attacks from Deathpool, and it's going to definitely help if you're lacking in damage. Now that I've got Black Cat second turn, I think it's great to just use that on actually the Ultron. It's going to trigger bleeds, which Robbie is going to clear up this wave, as you can see with the attacks we're getting from Deathpool. So really, really easy, actually. Next, we have the second wave here of Doctor Dooms. And I do like to focus on the Kestrel Ultimate to at least finish off one of them. But make sure you guys are paying attention to which one's a clone and which one's a real one. And you can tell by just looking at their power levels, right? The real one does have more power level, and it's the one that usually has abilities. So I think that's going to be the focus. So Kestrel attack there just to chain the defense down. We know that one's real because you can see he actually gained energy, hitting the 50% HP. So we do want to focus on him, but as well, we do have another opportunity now to activate the ultimate. So I'm going to use Black Cat just to take down a Doctor Doom. We just don't want these Doctor Dooms to do anything, right? Activating the ultimate from Robbie is going to apply a lot of bleeds. He's going to get turn meter back. And now we have the pretty easy cleanup here. Just whenever you can get a chance to attack a character with defense down, Kestrel is going to passively ping, which is huge. That top left Doctor Doom there, I think, is probably the pain point of this node. If you get to this wave and that Doctor Doom does get his ultimate, he's going to heal. But I don't believe he uses a special, actually. So let me show you here. Thankfully, we have minions, clones that we can actually finish off here as well. So Deathpool is going to shine pretty good. So yeah, we have Iron Man's AoE damage, we have Hulkbuster. So there's some really good bionic synergy here with Pegasus. But again, it's interesting because Doctor Doom uses it all, but he never actually uses his special. So I think that's the one thing. He's just going to heal up. So we do target him. Defense down, pass attack. So yeah, pretty straightforward, to be honest. But in case you guys are maybe attacking the wrong enemies at the time when they do spawn, I mean, you can definitely see where it trips people up for sure. We do want to always focus on Darkhawk though whenever he's out, just because he's got some turn meter reduction on our team, and although he doesn't really have too much synergy with this Bionic Avengers, he's just a really good character that you should be focusing. So that concludes here, guys, the first attempt here utilizing the Secret Defender synergy. Okay, next up we got the Sinister Six. So I'm choosing the teams that are in characters that are the most meta. I think Doc Ock and Green Goblin Classic are really great. You could probably do some plug and play value like what I showed earlier with my Marvel Hard Light 2099, but I think this is just the best kind of synergistic combination with these three, so it's gonna be very similar. We're gonna starting things off with the clones to protect us, but you can see, unlike the first battle, we do actually have already damage and defense down spread because Green Goblin retaliating is really huge. So we open things up with his ultimate here. I think it's the best way to just, you know, get a head start on these characters, and this team does have more offensive proficiency thanks to Green Goblin having that burst initially in that node. So we're gonna focus Ultron. Not a big issue with these characters now, and yeah, just built up charges for Deathpool. Not a concern with those three there. We do have some supportive capabilities from Doc Ock, which is nice. He can summon a Shocker. He's going to give us regen, so that's always an added plus there. And we are going to once again focus on Darkhawk, so that way he's not getting his ultimate off on us. It's nice that we do have the clones to do that additional damage, which is great. So Shocker giving us the additional energy there for the Sinister Six, Superior Six allies. And we are going to just focus here on the Viv Vision here. So if she goes stealth, there's not really much you can do, so it is what it is. And then once you can finish off the enemies, you can actually focus. So Deathpool just goes ahead for the finish. Now next wave here with the multiple Dr. Dooms, I think this one is where this team really does shine, because you're going to see that their passive attacks are going to be meaningful. So ideally, if you can save Kestrel's special there, it's pretty much going to clean up that left side. And again, mine's gear tier 18, guys, so pretty unfair analysis here, but you just hopefully this visual attack order can, you know, serve as some sort of reference for you to save your attacks and so forth. Because this right one, I do believe he's a clone, so he's not really an issue whatsoever. He won't be doing much. Save Nick Fury's special, obviously, for the last wave here, which is the one that's problematic. So now that we're kind of set this up, I think Kestrel using the ult on Dr. Doom in the left side is really big. We're actually going to see if we can finish him off before he gets his ultimate this time. It's a little quicker, as you can see with this team. We don't have any debuffs, so we're not going to use Doc Ock's ult just yet. And now we are going to be targeting characters like Viv Vision in this one, because of the fact that she can actually cleanse on this team, and we're in a really good position here to take advantage of that. So we got Green Goblin finally using his special. He saved it up from ever since his turn 1. And pretty easy cleanup, guys. So you can see there's just way more offensive damage with this team, even though my Doc Ock, I think he's gear tier 16, I think, and then Green Goblin also at gear tier 18. So there's a lot of juicy characters here, and again, like I said before, they're all pretty meta, so I did like how they definitely opened that to be more player friendly. But if you guys don't have these characters, I think it can definitely be problematic. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this attack reference visual order. Hopefully this helps you. And again, apologies that my teams are built up the way they are, but yeah, this is just how it is, because unfortunately, it kind of decrease your levels when you're doing these guides, right? At the end of the day. So this is what I currently have. Hopefully this helps you guys. Similar to my 2-2 video. I'll link that below if you guys need help on that note as well. But this is going to be, sorry, 2-3. This hopefully can help push you guys to chapter 3 with the new chapters coming. And there's some juicy rewards to take advantage of. As always, guys, do appreciate your time. Let me know anything in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.